Do you feel like no matter how hard you try, you just can't manifest anything new into your life? Well, a lot of this has to do with the fact that you're probably not letting go of the things that you need to, or you haven't let go of the things weighing you down and keeping you trapped in your old identity, and basically keeping you reliving the same old story that you built up starting when you were a kid, starting from what other people told you, what other people's ideals were, whatever worldview of the society around you was, you picked up on that and you formed your own sense of self. And you've been kind of believing that you are the mind, or you are the body, or you are whatever job you have. Like, you believe you are a teacher, you are a truck driver, you are a landscaper, you are your name. You believe you are your name, or you are a son, or you are a daughter, or you are a parent. it's These are just there's nothing wrong with these things. I'm not saying that these things aren't things that we can use to help identify ourselves, but if you believe that's all you are, it can keep you trapped if you lose a part of that identity. So, what I'm telling you to do is to actually lose parts of your old identity that are no longer helping you. So, if you don't want to be in the current job you're in, maybe it's time to let it go. Maybe you don't like your name. Okay. I mean, that is a possible thing that you could change your name theoretically if you want to. But I'm just trying to come up with examples. But there are many things in your life, people you're holding on to, addictions to thinking about certain people, or like reliving past memories with old people and like clinging to people, which is then pushing them away, or thinking you have to act a certain way to be a certain way for people that used to be in your life, because you're like still seeing yourself as the person that they saw you as, and because they still see you as the old version of you, because that's all they have to like base their view of you on, you still believe that that's you. So I'm telling you, it's time to let go of that old story, because if you want to actually let things in and be able to manifest things and create new things in your life, you have to let go of the things that are holding you back. You have to let go of the old layers that are just weighing you down, and you may not even realize just how addicted you are to certain patterns of thinking. So when you get to the place of being the soul, you are body, mind, and soul, and I'm telling you that you're not just the body or the mind. That's not who you really are at the core. Who you really are at the core is the soul or spirit who is observing the body and mind. So you can observe your thoughts from that place of the soul, of the spirit, of consciousness, pure consciousness, the thing that runs your body. You don't have to overanalyze when you're going to move your arm or move a finger. You just do it naturally, because you have a natural thing that is running your body. You naturally beat your heart all the time. You naturally breathe. Yes, you can focus on your breath to bring yourself into that place of the soul. That's why focusing on your breath is helpful. But your breath is always running naturally. There are certain things that are always happening naturally, because you are that one consciousness that is part of nature, that is part of the greater I am. So when you let go of all these identities that you're holding on to, or belief systems about the way you need to be, your old story that you've been telling yourself, like, oh, well, I've been a shy person my whole life, so I will continue to be shy. Or I'm not good at doing these certain things, so I will never try them. Or I'm not capable of doing this thing that I really dream of doing, so I'd rather just be safe and stay over here and, just stick to my old story, because everyone else won't judge me if I do that. Because people will judge you if you break out of the identity that they and you previously believed you were. And you can always change and morph your identity. It's always flexible. So I'm just like trying to wake you up to the idea that you don't have to be restricted. You don't have to go through this life path that you think you have to go on. You are in control of it. You can manifest things when you let go of the idea that you have to be a certain way that you don't even realize you're doing. It's you're subconsciously doing these things because you've been like agreeing to certain patterns in your life. And because you're agreeing to be on a certain frequency, you will attract more of that frequency. Because I know this is true because I've been the person on such a terrible frequency and was attracting more things of that frequency, or just putting myself down, attract more experiences of either other people putting me down or me putting myself down, feeling like I'm very restricted myself by my own habits or belief systems in the past, and then other people's belief systems would control me. It's hard to explain, but if you've experienced it enough, if you test this out for yourself and start changing some of your beliefs or letting go of your beliefs, you don't necessarily have to add new beliefs, or you are in control of what you change about your identity. If you want to be a certain way, you can be a certain way. It starts with the decision to be that now, to be here now, and to be the version of yourself that you want to be right now, because everything happens in this present moment. So all of your old stories about who you need to be, you don't have to do that anymore. From this moment forward, you don't have to do that. Imagine what your life would look like if you stopped doing things that other people told you you should have done, or what you think you should have done. Doing what you should do is actually keeping you stuck. Sometimes you have to break out of your comfort zone in order to be more comfortable. You have to go for something that makes you like very uncomfortable and shocks your body and can cause a lot of physical symptoms, but it you know that that will make you grow. It's like you have to go through some of the worst experiences in order to grow. And sometimes for you right now, that may be letting go of the things that you've been holding on to so tightly that are just keeping you trapped, keeping you stuck. It's like you're living out stories from years ago that are still present now because you never let go of the energy that you are attached to from those situations. It's time to meditate, breathe, be present, let go of the stories about yourself, observe the thoughts that come in, while you're doing this process. Observe the thoughts like, oh, that's something that I could let go of. Goodbye. It's hard to explain, but if you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. You just meditate on it and watch the thoughts as they come by about the old person. It will bring up a lot of negativity when you set out to clear negative energy. You will sometimes attract that to you so that you can clear it, but it's all part of the process. It's all part of letting go of the old story so that you can create your new story, so that you can create the dreams that you want to create and not be held down by your past identity and your past beliefs about yourself. I love you all. Universal crystals forever.